Today we shall continue with the reactions involving cleavage of CO bond, removal of water molecule. We call it as dehydration. For primary alcohol, that is ethanol, what we use? We use 443 Kelvin, isn't it? Mechanism of dehydration of alcohol involves 3 steps. Hello my dear students, welcome back to the session 4 on the chapter alcohol, phenols and ethers. Last class we had studied about acidity of alcohols, esterification of alcohols as well as acylation of alcohols. Today we shall continue with the reactions involving cleavage of CO bond, that is carbon oxygen bond in alcohols. So first reaction what we have is reaction with hydrogen halide. Already if you remember, you have studied this reaction, that is in preparation of haloalkanes you have studied this. Once again we'll learn the reaction. Alcohols react with hydrogen halides to form alkyl halides, that is ROH group with HX, that is hydrogen halide. In the presence of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride, which is called as Lucas reagent, it forms RX and H2O, that is H2O water molecule is removed. Okay. Example you can see, we have taken methanol treated with HCl. In the presence of Lucas reagent, we will get H2O is removed. So CH3Cl, that is chloromethane is formed and water is removed. Correct? Now, Lucas reagent is a mixture of concentrated HCl with anhydrous zinc chloride. Correct? When alcohols are soluble in Lucas reagent, but the product which they form, that is the alkyl halide, are immiscible to produce turbidity. But the speed with which they react, that is tertiary alcohols, secondary alcohols and primary alcohols, how they react or with what time they give that turbidity makes the difference, and thus we can use this reaction to distinguish between tertiary, secondary and primary alcohols. So how exactly we can do that? If it is a tertiary alcohol, when it is treated with Lucas reagent, it gives turbidity immediately. Okay. Whereas secondary alcohol, when it is treated with Lucas reagent, turbidity is produced after 5 minutes. Okay. Whereas if it is primary alcohol, when it is treated with Lucas reagent, turbidity is produced only on heating. Thus you can see order of reactivity. If you see, tertiary alcohol is most reactive, then secondary alcohol, then comes primary alcohol. Clear? Thus we can use this test to distinguish between tertiary, secondary and primary alcohols. Okay. Next reaction is dehydration reaction. So what is the meaning of dehydration? It is removal of water molecule. We call it as dehydration reaction. Thus, alcohol undergo dehydration to form alkenes. Okay. It can be treated with any protic acid like concentrated H2SO4 or H3PO4 etc. Or it can be even catalyzed with anhydrous zinc chloride or alumina. Okay. But we are using acid here. See, in any alcohol, okay, I have not shown any other atoms here, it can be hydrogen or it can be R groups, okay. When it is heated with the acid, protic acid with H plus ion, then OH from one carbon atom, hydrogen from the neighboring carbon atom is removed to go out as water molecule and a double bond is formed, that is alkene is formed. For example, ethanol, if I take C2H5OH, I can write it as CH3CH2OH as well, okay. In this, when it is treated with acid at 443 Kelvin, what will happen? From this carbon atom OH is removed, from the neighboring carbon atom one hydrogen is removed to form water molecule, and you have CH2, CH2 and between them two double bonds. So you will get ethene as the product, correct? Next, if we take a secondary and tertiary alcohol, it will undergo dehydration at milder conditions, that is you don't require a very concentrated H2SO4 or H3PO4 acid, and you can see even the temperature is much lesser than that which we use for primary alcohol. For primary alcohol, that is ethanol, what we use? We use 443 Kelvin, isn't it? Here it is just 440 Kelvin and 358 Kelvin. Okay, so here this is a secondary alcohol, that is we are using here example as propan-2-ol. Okay, at 85% H3PO4 acid at 440 Kelvin, what will happen? OH from this carbon atom and hydrogen from any neighboring carbon atom can be removed to form water molecule, and there is a double bond which is formed, that is propene is formed. Okay. Similarly, if we take 2-methyl propan-2-ol, okay, 1, 2, 3, 2-methyl, 2 propan-2-ol, only with 20% H3PO4. You can see the concentration of acid is also less, temperature is also less, it is just 358 Kelvin. What is happening? It is OH group is getting removed and hydrogen from any one of the carbon atoms can be removed. We have removed from this carbon atom to go out as water molecule, and there is a double bond which is formed between carbon and hydrogen. And what is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3. So it is 2-methyl propene is formed. Okay, so I hope you have understood. For primary alcohol, we require a little higher temperature and concentrated acid, whereas for secondary and tertiary alcohols, to undergo dehydration, we require some milder conditions. Thus, if you see the reactivity, it will follow like this. Tertiary alcohols react faster for dehydration compared to secondary and primary. This is the order of reactivity for dehydration of alcohols. Okay. Next we will learn about the mechanism of dehydration of alcohol. Mechanism of dehydration of alcohol involves 3 steps. It is a very important question for your exam. Previously, it has been repeated several times. Okay, so what is the first step? Step 1 is formation of protonated alcohol. So we are taking ethanol here, example. Okay, you can see 2 carbon atoms, CH3 group, CH2 group, OH group, oxygen has a lone pair of electron. And what is the catalyst which we are using? It is acid. Acid has H plus ion, so there is H plus ion also there in the solution. So what is it? Ethanol will take up an H plus ion. How? By donating a electron to H plus ion, you can see oxygen will get a positive charge and hydrogen oxygen bond is formed. Correct? And because it has got a positive charge, we call it as protonated alcohol, or precisely ethyl oxonium ion. Why oxonium ion? Because oxygen is having a positive charge and there is an ethyl group. So it is ethyl oxonium ion is formed. First step. Okay. Second step, formation of carbocation. So here what is happening? Now I'll take my ethyl oxonium ion or protonated alcohol. Here now there is removal of water molecule which is happening. Oxygen will take up the electron from the carbon atom and move out as water molecule H2O, and carbon is giving away its one electron to oxygen, thus gets the positive charge. So what is formed? Carbocation is formed. So once again, protonated alcohol loses water molecule to form carbocation. It is the slowest step. This step is the slowest step. Hence we call it as a rate determining step. What is it? It is a rate determining step. Okay. Why? Because it is the slowest step. So here carbocation is formed. Now the last step, elimination of a proton. So what is happening next is, from the carbocation, one more proton will get eliminated. See, now the carbon has positive charge. So the neighboring carbon atom will pull the electron from the hydrogen to be donated to the carbon, and double bond is formed, and the hydrogen will lose its electron and it will remove out as proton, as H plus ion. So ethene is formed. So I hope you have understood the mechanism. First step, what is happening? I shall write again, okay, in series. Don't write like this for your exam. For your exam, you have to put it in 3 steps. First, what I am doing here, I have alcohol. First step, you get protonated alcohol. So we'll get CH3, correct? Oxygen will get the positive charge and it has only one lone pair of electron. So here it is protonated alcohol is formed. Correct? No? First step is addition of a proton to get protonated alcohol. Next, what will happen? Oxygen will take the electron from the carbon atom and move out as water molecule. So what are you going to get? You will remove one water molecule, minus H2O, and you will get a carbocation, carbon with the positive charge. You will get hydrogen, hydrogen, one more carbon with 3 hydrogen atoms. After this, what will happen? Again one proton is removed. There is H plus ion which is removed and there will be bond formation. So you will get carbon-carbon double bond with hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen, and one proton is lost. See, it is very easy, but you have to remember it stepwise to write. Okay, step 1, what is it? Protonation of alcohol to get protonated alcohol. It is also called as ethyl oxonium ion. Next, what? Removal of water molecule or loss of water molecule to form carbocation, water, H2O. It will take up the electron from carbon and move out as H2O, and carbon will get the positive charge. After that, again loss of proton, H plus ion will be lost so that the electron can be given to the carbocation to form the double bond. You get ethene. It is very easy, isn't it? That is why it has been asked so many times in the previous paper. Okay, please write and learn. Even if you miss out one positive charge or one negative charge wherever it had to be, then they are going to cut royally 1 mark for that one particular step. Okay, please take care where exactly you have to put positive charge for oxygen, where you have to put positive charge for carbon atom, how you have to show the arrow marks. You should not put the arrow marks the other way around also. So you have to be very careful when you are writing the mechanisms. So I hope you have understood the mechanism for dehydration of alcohol. or the question can also come as explain the mechanism for dehydration of ethanol to form ethene. Okay, very specifically they can ask from ethanol to ethene, you write the mechanism. Okay, so see you next class. I shall explain about oxidation as well as reaction with heated copper in the next class. Thank you my dear children. Stay tuned, stay focused.